Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining us in another one here on the Coach's Desk. Big up on yourself, people. Please run over to Coach's Desk Unlocked and subscribe to that channel. All right, so Megan Tapper, wonderful athlete, wonderful personality, wonderful human being. She has now signed a professional contract with Adidas, and that is a big deal. Of course, she was with Puma first, and she has been having some struggles, and of course, that they would have cut ties with her, and she has been doing phenomenally well this season. She was on the Grand Slam roster. She has been running the 100 and the 100-meter hurdles, and she PB'd in the 100. She went on to run fast in the hurdles as well, and of course national trials she came out blazing, and other people thought that it was just for the national trials. But she went on at the Diamond League again, and she got a huge win, and she actually make that equaling that personal best and season best as well. So Megan is doing pretty well, and she was still without a sponsor. But I mean, talks were in the making, with possibly getting a shoe sponsorship, and it is now in process. So congratulations to Megan on this wonderful achievement. As it stands, though, it seems as if this is going to be one of those deals that will bring her through throughout the end of her career, because Megan is about 31, and she'll be aiming to go to another championship, which is in LA. Yeah. So I'm suspecting that this contract will be one of those contracts that she definitely will be her last one, if you please. So again, big up to Megan. She has been doing well, and not only that, people, she will be going to the Silesia Diamond League, and she'll be facing a stacked field. Yeah, she'll be facing a stacked field over there. She'll be going up against the world record holder in Toby Amerson. She'll be going up against the second fastest woman over the distance in Kenny Harrison, sorry. And she'll also be facing one Camacho Quinn, Jasmine Camacho Quinn. So she has her hands full. She'll be repping her shoe sponsor at this meet, and that is a good look. I mean, anybody that is not excited for Megan really, really, really don't love the sport. Yeah, man, she's just a bubbly personality, and I'm looking forward for a great run from her in this Silesia Diamond League. I think it's gonna be stacked. I think it could very well be one of those events that you have to look at in terms of time. She's at 12:3. Some of the fastest ladies are running 12:2, and I certainly believe that Megan can actually run that 12:2 as well. She's in great shape. And with that bullet start that she has, she certainly can go out there and upset this big field, if you ask me, because that start can discourage any and everyone. All right. So I am looking forward to that one. And but I'm wondering if Adidas is taking over Jamaica. Yeah, man, because all the sprint hurdlers are now on the female side are now Adidas. Megan Tapper, Daniel Williams, Akira Nugent, all Adidas. And I started to look at it, people, because I started to view and even look at the youngsters that are being signed by Adidas. It's interesting because when you look at it in years gone by, most times some of these young talented athletes are signed. Yes, they're signed by Puma. Puma normally gets these talented Jamaican athletes. And it's interesting now that they seem to be not getting these athletes in the past few years, past few seasons. And we can talk as recently as Brianna Liston and That's one of our top junior athlete. When you look at Tiana Lee Terlang, another top junior athlete. When you look at Boaji Nkrumah, when you look at Turbo, um, when you look at those that KC duo, his name is eluding me right now. So when you look at DeAndre Daly, Brian Level, all of these young athletes are signing with Adidas. Is Adidas taking over Jamaica's track and field? They have the football already, and they have made crazy money with shirt sales. I'm wondering if that's one of the reasons why Adidas wanted to, try and get Jamaica on board where track and field is concerned, because it would have been a hit for both countries, for the country and the sponsors. But I don't know why it wasn't taken. But I'm looking at it and see Adidas is really taking over, challenging Puma at the moment, and doing it big. Because when you look at the club that Megan is at, you could say potentially, or not even potentially, you could say that it is a Puma club. But they signed Megan, and that is where she rep. So I don't know what is happening. And listen, Adidas, they're getting some top talents. Top talents. And it is not only in Jamaica, but I have to make it Jamaica centric, because in the past, Puma used to get these young athletes, Christopher Taylor, and Natalia White, and Nathan, Akeem Bloomfield. These, even Megan was with Puma before. So they got a lot of young, talented athletes, and now the tide has shifted. There's now a paradigm shift when it comes on to getting athletes from Jamaica. No longer Puma seem to have the stronghold. It seems to be all Adidas, 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 Adidas. What they say, three stripe life. It is incredible. And is it a good thing? Are these athletes being remunerated for this deal that they are signing with Adidas? Mm. It's pretty interesting though. Pretty interesting. But I wish all these athletes the best. I mean, they wouldn't have signed onto something. I mean, especially for some of these young athletes, I would believe that they have a lot of competitions out there for their signature. And, they would have possibly weighed the options with their team. And if they choose Adidas, it simply means that Adidas is possibly offering the best deal. I don't know. I'm just, speculating, and I'm just thinking out loud, you know. But it is pretty interesting. But again, congratulations to Megan Tapper, and we look forward to see her in Silesia Diamond League going up against these top-notch athletes. As usual, the hurdlers, they don't run, they don't hide, they are not afraid of. They will challenge and compete against any and everyone once they do the same event. Until next time, stay safe.